Hello and welcome to episode 12 of our Prison Architect Season 3 $1 Million Prison build here at day 83. We have a very nicely filled out, for the most part, left half of our plot here with minimum, medium, and maximum security. We've got Insane Sec over here, a little bit of landscaping. There's still some more, making stuff look nice that we haven't quite done yet. But we have all of this space over here that is practically begging to be utilized. And right here, we've got... I thought the fence was still here. I was going to say we could keep this fence here or we could get rid of it, but I already got rid of it, so that answers that question. But we have all of this space to fit in supermax and then death row once we get that researched up. But currently we are, well, I never got the lawyer in the first place, but we're in the process of getting these other things researched, small cells, permanent punishment, death row, etc., so on and so forth. So obviously we have to have a lawyer in here. And right now I have, looks like psychologist ready to go. This was supposed to be set up as an office, so let's go ahead and make sure that is good to go, and it is. And we will pop our lawyer right here. And now the lawyer has an office, or he should. There we go. So now the research can begin. I don't know which one they're doing first. I hope it's small cells because that would be what I'm going to want to do with the supermax. But aside from that, we really don't have that much left to do. We have to get to cell block E, which is 500 prisoner capacity, and then we have to do tool cleanup, which is maybe impossible. I don't know. We've never been able to get it done. But this hidden objective we can't get unless we bankrupt the prison, which we're not going to do. And other than that, that's the only preset goals the game has. But I would like to fill up pretty much this entire thing with a supermax and then a little bit of a death row thing. So we'll get to there. But somebody left a comment saying, "Hey, you still have a bank loan," and you are correct. Now we no longer have a bank loan, so that problem is solved. The workmen are, or should be pretty much done putting in the perimeter wall on this side, which is, of course, where our supermax is going to be going over here. We're going to put another couple layers of fences and different safeguards in place. I need to make sure these are all forestries, and they are, so that's good. Another comment suggested that we put in some guard towers in this outside bit, and I like that idea. The only problem is we're planting trees here, so we might run into some issues with that if we were to go ahead and, first of all, find where our guard towers are. They're going to be somewhere. I guess I could just put in guards. So we have guard pavilions and yards and open areas, and then guard tower is where we can put snipers. But like I said, we're planting so many trees here that I don't really have... I can't really put them in the corner. I would like to, though. So we could instead put them in the corner here on the inside. That might actually be a better spot for it anyway, depending on how we want to have stuff set up. Because I'm sure they could just shoot over the fence. So if we just put them in the corners, that is going to be better than nothing, just to have a little bit more access for our snipers, should they need it. So that'll be fine there. We'll put 4 in the corners there, and then, of course, in here as well. There's all sorts of fun stuff that we're going to have to do over here for supermax. And I've got some ideas to try and prevent shenanigans before they start, and also, well, supermaxify, I guess we could call it, all this prison stuff. These trees need to go away. I don't know if they will harvest these if they're not zoned as a forestry, but we do need to get them out of here. It's not like we're hurting for cash, so I'm not going to feel bad. We'll just go ahead and I'll just say sell object and see if it's going to let me... Oh, okay, so there's something on the ground that I sold. I probably didn't need to do it that way, but if we go ahead and just get all these trees in the middle out of here, just get this thing ready to go. We've got a little bit in the way of fences that still has to get popped in. Because of where the trees were placed, it's not going to let us really get away with that. So let's just check and see real quick here. Yeah, see, that's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. So we are going to have to get rid of the tree that is here. Any other spots where it's breaking through? I don't think so. Aha! I missed one of the ones up here, so we'll get rid of that. And then they'll replant the trees as they get into a better spot with some sort of reference to where stuff's supposed to go. So that's one of those things. The dog patrol routes need to be modified, so we will go ahead and pop this right in here. Ah yes, time for the dot matrix printer noises once again. Well, that actually might not be a dot matrix so much as it might just be a ribbon printer. Who died? Stop it. Stop killing people. Oh, you killed a guard dog. No, no, no. I don't think so, buddy. Can I... Oh, he's already under punishment. Wow. Alright. So, clearly something needs to be done about the absolute state of our prison here. A suggestion was made that we assign guards to parole rooms, so parole officers don't become lunch meat every single time somebody needs to have a parole hearing. So, oh, this actually isn't a separate room. Is it going to let me assign this as a separate room? If I assigned an empty room outside of it, then maybe that will count it as a separate room. No, it will not. Okay. Well then we'll fix that. I hear angry noises. Yep, someone's mad. Well, we're working on fixing it. We're doing our best. So I suppose... Oh, I've got the camera here. I can't really do that. Alright, well... if I can't specifically deploy a guard in the parole room, I can make a patrol for a guard. And then assign him to that. I think that is going to be what we have to do. We'll do the same thing here. Put them right behind the prisoners so they can't really try anything. I can't remember if they've been committing crimes against Skyrim and her people in the medium sector. But just to be safe, I can actually assign a guard to this because it is a separate room. But we will do that. This one over here is not a parole room. Does this one have parole? I just don't remember half of this stuff. I don't see a parole room. I'm sure there is one and I just don't remember where it is. But the minimum security guys don't really do anything anyway. I'm going to increase the number of guards in here. Station a guard in reception. Station a guard in here. I mean, we have so many guards. We might as well station them absolutely everywhere that we possibly can. Now, I have infirmaries here that are all set up with stationed doctors. This visitation, I'll just have 2 guys in there. That's probably fine. As we continue building out everything else, we will obviously have to do more stuff with that. Let's check out our research real quick here. Small cells, 20 more hours. Okay, so we do have some time. There's some time to take care of that. Other things that people have suggested in the comments include stationing dogs in the deliveries area so they can sniff out contraband. And again, since this is not an area that is specifically set out somewhere else, I will just go ahead and have the dog patrol right down the middle of this. We'll just assign a doggo to that one. And then I think that's probably okay. Just we have something right there ready to go. Everything else is looking pretty good. Pretty good. There's a lot of other stuff we have to do and things to get to. But since we're already over here, this space right here, suggestion has been made. Stop dying. I had a dog here and they still died. Wowee. Okay. So we have a murder spree going on here. Oh my god. Come on. Really? You're gonna go into the security room? You are stupid. You're dumb. Alright, so this guy committed how much murder? Prisoner log. Wow, 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 wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 murders. Paul, my guy. Sentenced to 167 years for multiple crimes, including murder. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Aggravated assault and perjury. Man, don't do that. Just don't do that. Now we got to clean up this mess. So I guess stationing guards in here really isn't going to solve anything. We have to get the actual weapons out of people's hands. So, with that known, let's have another shakedown. Why don't we? Turbo speed this thing. Search as much as we possibly can. Get all that stuff taken care of. We also we need to make sure these fences are continuing to be complete. So that's good there. This is going to be good here. This patrol route we did not remove. So I will go ahead and do that. Get that guy out of here. And then that takes away the stationing of the dogs. So I will add dogs around the outside. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be fine. Yeah, so they're searching, they're finding stuff. I mean, we're just at this point we're just gonna have to schedule these. I never figured out how to do that. I probably should, but they keep coming across a whole bunch of stuff they're not supposed to have. Now, sniper-wise, I don't have that many of them. Where are they? Here they are. All right, you gonna go in a tower? Or are you just going to be chilling? Alright, where are you going? Somebody else died? Man, I'm telling you. These guys are, they're getting into it. They're mad about all this shakedown stuff. Wow, 12, 13, 14. Okay, now we have a riot. So now, can I lock down? Yes. All sectors locked down. 20 deaths, 21 deaths. How many people? Okay, so if enough people die, I can actually lose. But, well, if everything's locked down, they're not going to be able to get out. 24 deaths. Alright, just shoot everybody. Just shoot them. 32 prisoners are rioting. Okay. We have access to riot police. I have 3. Can I get these guys in here to solve our... Oh, did they break down the door? Okay. They are, they're doing something. Alright, so 31 deaths. Oh, they can't get in because I've locked the gate. Alright, open the door. One at a time. Alright, so that should shut, right? Is it all just like right here? Yeah, it's... Okay, no, it's these guys. Alright, riot police. Where do I have these guys go? I guess they can, yeah, they can just go through. Come on. Can I, How are there... I know, okay, I should probably turn free fire off. So we don't kill anybody else. Why can my riot police not get in here? Is that because everything is locked down? Or did I just forget how to, I think I just forgot how to get these guys in here. Alright, so those guys are here. I don't think those guys are actually rioting anymore. I gotta remember how to control all these dudes. Yeah, I click on this and it doesn't let me actually do anything with these guys. So maybe we won't do that. We just have these 6 guys. Alright, so they're gonna come in here. And they're gonna, you know, stop them from doing all this. Okay. So why are these guys chasing over here? Don't chase. You have to stop the riots from occurring. Get over here. Alright, so they cleared that area from rioting. Now they gotta come up here and get these guys out of here. I don't like the controls for this. It's not very intuitive. Okay. I don't think anyone is rioting anymore. We just have a whole lot of dead bodies. So how do we solve this problem? These guys are just kind of doing their thing, huh? Just walking around. Anybody else? Anybody else we need to know about? I don't know that there's anywhere else they have to de-riotify at this exact moment. But man. Well, now everybody's mad because everything's locked down. Because we had 50 people die. So I don't know what else I can really do with these guys. So if we end lockdown, what's going to happen here? Fast forward a little bit. We got riot police still chilling here. I'm pretty sure these are all just dead bodies. Yep. Okay. If this goes down, we're okay. If it doesn't, then, I guess we'll find out. This is still very, very, very red. Did it just suspend the shakedown? Anyway, riot police can go away. Don't need them anymore. We just have a whole lot of mess to clean up. Okay, they found a tunnel. Or maybe they didn't. No, that's just flags. Okay. Alright, so these guys are mad. You're mad about safety? Well, then don't riot. It's pretty simple. Don't do it. Just don't do that. Alright, so they're worried about safety. That's right. You can't really do anything about that. Everything else is... I mean, family's a concern. But we do have visitation. They're just not currently doing that because a lot of people are dead. So maybe get stuff cleaned up a little bit first, huh? So I don't really know how to solve that. That's an interesting problem to find ourselves with. Oh, are we mad again? What are you mad about now? You're mad about it being unsafe, so you're going to be unsafe. Okay. Make it make sense. Okay, there's nobody. CCTV monitors are flashing. Oh, no, it's just that one. Okay. How many guards did they kill? Alright, we need more guards. Orderlies. Janitors, they killed at least one. Dog handlers. We'll just buy more dogs. Get more snipers. Everything else... Oh, one of the workmen died. Alright. This has to go down at some point once they're finished being mad about it being unsafe and then making it worse by being mad about being unsafe. Then hopefully that will solve a bunch of our problems. Unfortunately, the dead bodies are everywhere. It's killing people left and right, man. So, in light of that, maybe we shouldn't build a giant supermax wing. But at the same time, I don't even know what else we could do to solve this, short of just having more guards, or having some sort of way for these prisoners to get family need met. Maybe the phone would help. Yes. So if I add 8 more phones, and then we have to, of course, have more phone taps to handle those. Can't hurt, right? These guys need visitation. But, I'm not really sure what the best way to go about that would be. We just got a lot of less than ideal circumstances happened all at once. Yeah, see, this has got to go down at some point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually close intake. No more new prisoners. We are rather sharply under capacity here, but see if we can clean stuff up a little bit before we bring anybody else in, or at least have some sort of way to reduce the amounts of rampant violence in here. Okay, so those phone taps are going in. Get those finished ASAP. Oh, more taser action. Okay, so electrical cable. Let's pop that in right there. And then I guess I've got to wire these things up. I think they can do 4 at a time. No, active connections is 1, but I'll just go 1 phone tap for every 4 phones. That should be better than nothing. So now they have 12 phone booths with which to call. What else is going to mess with... Why do I have... Oh, okay, that's some sort of expansion pack thing. But if I put in family, is that going to give me any results? I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it. Why? Okay, why is this medium set guy in the... oh, okay, that was set to shared. That's supposed to be max sec only. Supposed to be. Alright, so this is improving. Hygiene is poor. But that should solve itself in the morning when they wake up and they take a shower. But family being this big of a need makes me think we need a separate visitation just for the maximum security guys. I just don't know exactly where that would go. I don't really have space in my block for that. Nor do I want my guys coming all the way through here. This probably isn't enough visitation space for all of this to be going on. Alright, I hear some sort of loud, angry noises. Okay, so why... Okay, so there's no guards. I thought I had guards deployed here. Oh no, this is the new one. I didn't actually deploy anybody. Okay, so that was 3. Need to have cooks assigned. And then everything else I think was fine. Since we are already here, you guys alerted me in the comments that the Insane Sec... Oh, okay, let's punch our sinks, get mad. Our Insane Sec kitchens were not fully complete. We didn't have the walls, and then the actual kitchen area was not fully defined to include this new area we just put in. So we will fix that, since we were already over here. There we go. I don't know if it really matters that much, but we did take care of it. Alright, so now we got to think about strategy for trying to prevent some of this stuff. I did remember reading that the orderlies don't suppress inmates as much as guards do, so maybe we want to actually deploy some of those guys outside of the insane sector. Like, say, have 3 of them here and 3 of them here just floating around, so they're not suppressing as much. But we still have a little bit of coverage. Look at all these dead bodies still. We got hearses coming out of everywhere, huh? How are we doing on our, okay. So we had a massive problem. I'm very surprised that we did not get dinged for this. But this is why the legal prep and legal defense options exist, is to prevent us from being shut down by the government for bad things happening. So we will be doing legal prep right now to put that in place. The rest of this, I think these guys just need to have a little bit more. I guess we could break this down by just maximum security guys. Yeah, so they're mad they don't have luxuries, but there is a shop here. They can purchase things. Literature, they do not have a library. They would like to read, I'm sure. So maybe we need to be building a separate area for something like that. Take out a couple cells. Maybe these right here actually would be a good candidate for that. What's the size of a library? I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's, 5 by 5. That's not big enough. Okay. But we will need to do something about that. Hygiene, if they can't figure out, that's their fault. They've got a shower and a toilet in every room. Family, that's one of the things we were talking about before, about having a separate visitation area just for them. Freedom, good luck, you're in prison. But if we gave them more free time, which currently they do not have in Max Sec, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they have work and free time, but they don't have dedicated free time because they were getting into trouble. So maybe we give that back to them just to see if that helps. And then come back over here, split that up for Max. And the rest of it, I mean, hygiene, again, they have to take care of that themselves. We're giving them plenty of food, or we're supposed to be at least. The rest of this is pretty much just whatever. They have access to almost everything else, except the library. The shop should be able to, you know, just be its own thing. That should not be an issue. Released? Why is he carrying jail keys? Unless he's supposed to be released. He served his time. Okay, so why is he still here? Huh. Alright. So what's up with that? If he's actually supposed to be released, let's get him out of here. There we go. Searching him. And then he's released, so he gets to go away. And I guess he's allowed to carry a copy of the jail keys so he can leave. There's the parole lawyer with him. Oh, recycling, nice. Yeah, dead bodies everywhere. So out he goes. And we should see him come all the way down here and then just walk out the gate. It is nice to see someone leave and not in a body bag for a change. Oh, now they have to wait for this to get unlocked by a guard. And then out he goes. Cool. We actually rehabilitated someone and they didn't die in here. Good job. Now the rest of this. We have 37 people awaiting solitary confinement. Still 26 dead bodies to take care. I'm very surprised I didn't get one of those calls from the governor or whatever that show up in the story mode when you have a whole lot of deaths and riots and stuff. So, I think we've probably... I mean, we haven't really changed that much, but we've more or less dealt with about as much as we can right now. Oh, we can give them pet birds, and that counts as a luxury? Huh. Okay. Oh, neat. We can give them bookshelves. Because I was kind of tempted to do that, but then I thought, you know what, Max Sec doesn't really need to have luxuries. But if it ends up, oh, see, they got a grade of 4 already. Well, let's they've been violent. Let's try this. Oh, somebody found a shiv. Is that what that is? Let's put in some bookshelves. Why not? If I'm not going to give them a library, I can at least give them bookshelves. This might take a while, but give them something to do. I don't know if I want to give them pet birds or not, but the bookshelves, that's a pretty easy sell for me. Which of course means everyone else is supposed to probably get those too, but the max set guys do not have a library, so I'm not going to feel too bad about putting this in here. Of course, the workmen are going to take a really long time to put these in, but I think that's going to help. So outside of this, we might do a couple more things to try and decrease the likelihood of more riots and stabbings, etc. in here. And then I do want to, before we're done today, at least start on a maximum security wing, or not max, supermax security wing. But we just got a lot of stuff to figure out before we get too far here. All right, so that's going to go there, there, and there. So that's that half taken care of. We got 90 more. 90 more, friends. It's just right down the side we go. What I was going to say earlier before these prisoners so rudely started rioting and murdering each other was the supermax. I was thinking of doing cells that are completely enclosed by the barred walls. So absolutely no areas anywhere for anyone to hide. Guards can just see straight through cells and do whatever they need to do. And then also have the small cells, but give them a little bit more luxury in the common spaces. But they absolutely, for no reason ever, are allowed to leave the supermax block. So they will have absolutely everything they need, but they will be watched every waking second, every sleeping second, etc., so on and so forth. And I think that should end up being nice. If not, if that's the wrong approach, then I guess we'll find out. But the other thing we could possibly do is just to give the supermax guys massive cells and give them everything they could possibly ask for, so they have no incentive to misbehave. But they're supermax, so they are stuck in there. They will have zero freedoms. All right, I'm pretty sure I've got bookshelves in all of these now, or at least started the process of putting those in. So we'll let these guys come back in here and install stuff, see what we can get ourselves into, and then watch as our needs for our maximum security guys improve. So that one's good. I mean, everyone who doesn't have this met is pretty upset that they don't have it. Luxuries, I don't want to put 100 birds in here. That'd be oh, it's 180 birds. I'm sorry. But if we have to, we probably will. I'm just interested to see how these bookshelves end up helping. So that's there. Let me take a look at my notes while we're doing this. We took care. We put some guard towers up. I hired more snipers. We paid off the loan. We did some more guard stationing. Fixed the kitchens and the insane sec. The only other thing that I was going to do that I haven't, minus the supermax, was I was going to just make this a giant staff area, all of this. But as it is right now, I think it's probably okay. I will, though... maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave these staff doors here. I think that's probably okay. Why are you... You, as a maximum security, Bruce Folk Banner... drug dealer uses his own drugs. Rule number 1, don't do that. But why are you standing outside the minimum security wing, sir? You are maximum security. You need to be over here. Grievous bodily harm and violent disorder. Yep, that sounds about right. What else are we at? Why are we dog barking noises? Let's check on our maximum security guys. All right, so I can only assume this need is slowly gonna be met over time. The rest of this, they're mad about hygiene. Just go take a shower. You have one in your cell. Just go take a shower. Exercise. You got a gym. You got a yard. You can do that. It's fine. I wish this guy would shut up about the power station overloaded. It's not overloaded. It's still operating. That means it's not overloaded. But outside of that, let's see. We got guards here. Yep. We're gonna start. I need to get this off of nighttime, but we're gonna start with our supermax. So that's going to entail putting in a fence going all the way down. I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, that's the right thing. It's going to be a fence going all the way down here, completely separate this thing. Right, like so. We will have doors here, but this will be a large jail door. Probably end up being like an airlock kind of thing. This, I suppose... I was going to have this be a visitation for all of this other stuff back here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to need to have a completely separate locked down spot for that. So what we'll do instead, see, these are all locked up. This is general public space, kind of. That's fine. We have the psychologist and the lawyer and everything here. This is a whole lot of visitation space just for Insane Sec, and I don't have it separated. But these guys over here would really not be able to make much use of that. So I was thinking possibly... Wait, is this... Did I don't even remember how... Oh, okay, that was custom sector, that's right. It just isn't highlighting everything at the same time. That's very weird. I was thinking about expanding this visitation substantially. To be much more of this. Why do I have guys in here? Is that the... Oh, that's the Supermax guys sleeping in the holding cell. Okay. That's right. But we do need to expand visitation. I don't think the holding cell really needs to be that big. Reception. Once we have Supermax, they're gonna have their own reception, own holding cell, and then we can probably just increase this size of this thing a little bit. I can add some more tables in, so on and so forth. I think this might be okay. Why do all these snipers in the staff room here? That is pretty funny. Still getting all the dead bodies. There's still 18. But now that this fence is here, we're going to have another one of those, I guess I want to call it an airlock. Maybe the fence isn't necessarily the best thing to do with this. Maybe we do more barred walls or just have a building or something. But I do want to have this be a completely enclosed area that nobody can really get in or out of. And have a whole bunch of guards here, this being the way to get into the Supermax area. So we'll end up doing all that. This will get deployed. Guard, armed guard, unarmed guard, legged guard, whatever. They're all going to be in here. Somebody come open this. Surely I have a... Okay, here comes the sniper to open the gate. You got other stuff to do, man. You can't just be opening these things all the time. Come on. Come on. Come on. I guess I could just do that. Alright, so now that should be a separate space. And it is. So, guard here. Armed... Actually, hold on. Armed guard. And now the game's starting to lag a little bit. I don't know if you noticed. But we're going to have permanent guards stationed here. And that's the little airlock to get to this thing here. This is going to be supermax and death row up in this business. So, more fence all the way through down here. And then I guess I will have to have a separate area for death row kind of marked out somewhere in here. Maybe at the very end. Something like that. If I just have this go all the way, say to here, I can make like a little tunnel. I just have a little building for death row right on the inside of this. I think that probably would be fine. You just have to have the chamber and then a couple other things. But if I were to go ahead and just have that separated out like so, we'll do 9 and put this like so. I'm pretty sure I got that right. So that's 10 meters there, 10 meters here. I don't know why that one went away. Yeah, so the idea being that this could be a supermax, this could be a supermax, and then death row's at the very, very end. And also behind one of its own little rooms where nobody can get in. So this is how big? Is this 8 by 8? Yes, so that's what we'll do on the other end here. That should be fine. Death row, again, does not have to be very large. Although, if we want to have more prisoners, then we might want to actually make it more substantial. But we can figure that out when we get to it, or I could just decide right now that yes, this needs to be substantially larger. So if I do another 6, which would be 5 there. Get rid of that. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and make it a larger building. Give these guys a little bit more space. But now we can have supermax here. We can have supermax here. We can enjoy a little bit more safety that way. So I'm going to have once again another perimeter here. That will go all the way up to. I suppose I could just draw this out manually. I want a perimeter within a perimeter for the supermax. So coming in like this, just fences because why build perimeter walls? Because you can't have anything underneath them. That'll come over to here. All the way down here. We can, of course, replace this stuff later if we feel so inclined. That'll come all the way around. And this prison within a prison within a prison can be its own complete separate deal. And we'll have an entrance, I don't know, somewhere. It probably doesn't need to be super far away. But we will want to try to isolate all these other things. So let's just do the same thing here, like we'd been doing. You know the drill at this point. We will have to do gates and all that stuff eventually, but we're not quite there yet. Alright, so that's going to work there. I guess we're just going to kind of have to randomly decide what's going to go where. We're going to want the main access to be, I think, in the center here. So if we have this all be one little row here, we can continue to put additional walls. And by walls, I mean fences. Right like so. And then we can have this absolutely crawling with guards. Where's my paving stone? Concrete tiles. Rotatable. That's kind of cool. Ah, fire-resistant laminate flooring. Maybe that's a smart thing to do. Concrete tiles. That's what I wanted. So we'll do all of those. Have this continue to go this way. That should be fine. Grass, you know the drill. Just make this prison look spiffy. Once we create our completely closed-in areas, we will, of course, have to staff them, as one does. Plenty of stuff to get accomplished here. Plenty of money to make it happen. No access, huh? Well, there's supposed to be gates here. Okay, they haven't done those yet. All right. But these... Okay, this hasn't been completely enclosed either. They got to put those in. So let's fast forward through that. Let them put these gates in place. And then get all this stuff rocking and rolling here. Lots of trees. Lots of trees available in here. Power station. Probably gonna need to put a separate one over here somewhere. Or maybe I'll just have each supermax have its own power station, own water. Or I guess the water's probably okay. But would like to avoid... Why are there prisoners out here? Absolutely not. These are forbidden. These are staff-only zones. Staff only. No shenanigans. Get out of here. There's no reason for you to be in here. Go away. These guys they're tweaking in here or something. They can't get out because there's no route to it. Well, they I guess I'll high prioritize this fence door here. Get these guys taken care of. How are the needs of our maximum security guys looking? Okay, literature is actually substantially improved. Everything else is just as bad as it was. Okay. They only need sleep between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. Alright, that's fine. Food-wise, I mean, there should be no problem. Should be no problem with food in here. We have plenty of it. Plenty of cooks, or we should, unless they killed them all. Alright, let's double the amount of cooks here. Should maybe have, yeah, let's increase the amount of cooks. We can hire some more cooks. If everyone's having a problem actually eating, then that's not good. How many cooks? Too many cooks? No, not enough cooks. Let's hire another 10 cooks. There we go. Actually, I have 4 cooks for the insane second. There's not that many guys in there. I really should have more. Really should have more cooks pretty much everywhere else. 4 cooks in every kitchen. How about that? Except this probably could use, let's say 8 cooks. Why not? They might actually not have enough appliance capacity to cook for all these guys. I don't think they need more than 1 sink. Can be pretty sure of that. So why don't we add another cooker? Oh, someone's dead. Oh, those are still dead bodies. They're not newly dead. Alright, how are we... We're lagging like a you-know-what over here. They still have not put this door in. Come on. Just bring me the door. Bring me the door. Alright, so this at least is now a clearly defined space. 2 guards there. 2 guards there. Armed guard there. That's fine. So this whole thing, we can get more dogs. 4 dogs. 4 guards. 2 armed guards assigned to this specific space. No one's getting in or out. No one's getting in or out. And then I need to have jail door access to get into this perimeter here. Autosave, thank you. And then this needs to be made staff only. We need to have patrols all the way around here. And then I will put in additional guard towers in the corners of these. Because we're also also guarding the death row over here. Just want to make sure we're taking advantage of all of our opportunities here. So that should work. We'll hire a bunch more snipers. 10 snipers. Why not 20 snipers? You never have too many snipers. And then deployment-wise, this is now going to be a guard here as well. This still says no access because they don't have any doors popped in. But they are... I'm going to just get that going. Should be able to take care of all this once they can actually get in there. Would be nice. Alright, we still haven't found the supply of stolen tools or weapons. The last time we had a shakedown, it resulted in a riot. So maybe we don't want to do that. At least not right now. So I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, that was... my computer might have just protested me here. We're going to need lights. We're going to need lights around everything here. So if I have... I mean, I can just put these regular lights, or I can have these floodlights, or I can do wall lights around the entire perimeter of the building. These are kind of expensive. But I think it would be smart for us to actually have a good distribution of floodlights here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time-lapse putting in these floodlights because I know it's going to be a very long and annoying process. So that is what I will be doing here. You'll hear the clicks not match up to the visuals, but that's just a product of the time-lapsing fun that we're going to have here. But it's going to be very good to have all this stuff lit up, especially for super, ultra, ultimate, maximum security. Oh, somebody escaped. Wow. Okay. What are the odds? What are the odds? Well, I'm talking about super, ultimate, ultra, maximum security. Somebody escapes. So I guess we're not time-lapsing right now. Future editor me. I rarely do any editing on these anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but... We'll just have to get this tunnel filled in. As soon as they decide they're gonna be dealing with that, let's just prioritize that, get that going. Then we'll fill in the rest of the hole, we'll put the rest of those floodlights in at least a little bit, and then we'll get started on our supermax. Obviously, we're not going to have any supermax guys coming in today, because we have to make sure everything is taken care of before we do too much of anything else. But that's the way she goes. Fill in that tunnel, and then we'll be right back over here. And now we're actually time-lapsing, and I'm going to, you know, not have this be at nighttime because I can't see anything, and that's always really annoying, but I will see you on the other side of this time-lapse. Alright, so I painstakingly placed floodlights all around this part. We're probably just going to clone flip them to the other side later, but I did want to try and make sure everything was lit up in here while we had the opportunity to do so. So here's what's going to happen now. Once this gets fully lit up, we're going to put the building, rough outline. I'm going to have the yard in the center, completely enclosed. These prisoners are never getting outside of this building. And it's not going to be capacity-based. It's going to be, can we fit everything in here based. So, not going to be worrying about having a huge number of supermax guys. We just need to be able to make sure that we can actually monitor and effectively administrate what we have. So, that's going to be what's happening there. Now that all these lights are put in, it looks like very nice perimeter of light. There's not a ton of light right here, but I think it's fine. What I'm going to do now, we can use our planning tool, since we have the ability to do that. I like having that 3-block perimeter around all of our stuff, but I'm going to go in 2 more, so now we have this entire space around is completely lit up. If we thusly make this, yeah, so that's going to have to be 6 meter width there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is our outside wall here, have this go all the way around to here. Then all the way around to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Continue going around this way. and want to fill in all of this. All the way across. So that's the footprint of the building we're working with. We want to have their own reception, which I'm pretty sure we do. We need to have a nice 4-wide hallway here. And then on either side, all the other stuff can go. The middle of this is where I want the yard to be. So if we had measurement on the inside of 43 meters, that's 21, and then 1 in the middle where the 21 is. So if we did to this where this says 21, and then I pop here, that would be the middle. Those 4 squares would be the middle, and then from there is where we would have our symmetrical boundaries. So the yard, to classify as a certain amount of goodness, the yard has to be at least 200 squares, which is math. 20 by 10, or some other variant thereof. So if we were to make it as close to 200 as we can, thank you, autosave. This is 4, that's 6, that's 8, that's 10. So 10 by 10 would be 100, and then 20 by 10 would be 200. So if we were to do that, would be 10, that would be 12, that would be 14, 16, 18, 20, and that is the inside. Inside dimensions would be 20. So then we just have to have 10 on the inside this way. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here on equal sides. So this would now be the dimensions of the yard. This wall right here, inside of that is a yard. As far as I can tell, perfectly, more or less, perfectly distanced. That's 8 there. That's 8 there. Yep. So that's going to be our yard. Everything else will have to be building. So if we go ahead and make this right here into a building, this into a building, it's not going to let me. That into a building, that into a building. It's going to treat these all as separate buildings. Of course it is. That is a building. That is a building. And then this as a building. All of this will be completely connected. And then we'll have the wall around the outside, and then this open in the middle for the yard space. So that's what we want to do. We want to get that built. We'll put in a number of jail doors. Now, the supermax normally would have its own color. We used red for max, orange for medium, and gray for light, not light, minimum. White for insane sec, and then yellow is for protective custody. So I actually don't have a separate color for supermax. If I wanted to, I could do the secure doors, but that's just kind of overkill. They're $600 a piece. I mean, not like we could really not afford it, but... Ooh. Remote doors. That could be good. Bamboo doors. There we go. The bamboo prison. That's secure. You can't just, you know, cut through that with anything. So I guess what we'll end up doing is we'll just use the regular gray doors. Why not? Anyway, that will be here. We'll put this and that one right there as well. So they can at least get into all of this and build our shell of the building. So I'm going to go ahead and also time-lapse through this, get them to construct this, and then we will think a little bit about the strategy of filling up the building, but we won't actually do any of that until the next episode. So I guess while we're doing this time-lapse, I could continue talking to you about it. Like I said, the Supermax, I want to have maximum observability of the prisoners at all times. So pretty much every wall inside of this block is going to end up being bars. I want guards to be able to see absolutely everywhere. We're going to have cameras. We're going to have a whole bunch of guards stationed and stuff. But we're going to give these guys access to a lot of luxury so they don't complain. And of course, food and all that stuff. But if we build this and it's actually successful, then I think we're going to be on to something. We can either clone this to the other side, or we could have something completely different on the other side. We just haven't Haven't quite figured that out just yet. I do like the perimeter with these floodlights, though. I think that's nice. We haven't really done too much in the way of lighting things up in this this playthrough outside of, you know, just the areas where we absolutely had to do it. But having the supermax bit completely surrounded by floodlights and these guard towers, I think is a smart move. So by now, this time-lapse should be over, and then we'll talk a little bit more about room strategy after the break. All right, so here we are once again in the morning. The entire thing is built. We can go ahead and clear our plans that we haven't built yet, but this is what we're working with our supermax, and we've got a lot of space to fill. I did say that we were going to do all of our walls as barred walls, so everyone can see through. Why is this flashing? Oh, that's because of the supermax guys. Yeah, we never let anybody else back in. Oh, I got 91 criminally insane guys now. That's a problem. I guess we'll figure that out at some point, but now, before we get out of here, let's continue talking about this. I did say we're going to have this entire area be the entrance hallway. It's going to have its own reception, its own very small holding cell. So what I was thinking of doing was just having this in here like so. Reception does not have to be a specific size as far as I can remember. Yeah, it just has to be indoors. So if we just had it be those three like that, and then we have another holding cell just in this very small area right here. The only... Oh, it has to be 5 by 5. Never mind. So now it'll end up being 5 by 7 just because of the by virtue of how this is set up. But now we have this extra space here to either do visitation or parole, possibly. Have some other stuff, and then we can have a much bigger space over here for maybe the visitation should be bigger. We'll just have one parole room. But if we're going to be doing that, then I can have that be a nice big visitation room just for the supermax people. And then we can have, where was it again? The parole. I don't know. I put these in alphabetical order and I still can't find stuff. But that right there, 5 by 7, nice big parole room. I will, you know what, go ahead, since we are here, I will go ahead and start building the walls for all this. Actually, no, the back wall of this can be brick. That's fine. We have to choose a fun brick texture for our supermax. Oh, never mind. It's that cool purple. All right. So I will have the back of this be that, but this also has to get turned into a different wall color. I guess I could just go ahead and have them do that while we're talking about this, but we'll do a little bit more laying out of how stuff is going to be set up, and then that'll be it for today. Just want to make sure we get this all queued up. But this is the entrance hallway, so everything pretty much has to be right here. We'll just get everything layered out. We said we're going to use our regular jail doors because we don't have any... Wait, I can't actually... Okay, there we go. I just have to have a doorway between here. And then, of course, have space for our visitor tables here and here. This will end up being... Actually... Because this is supermax... we can have visitor booths. Booths, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So we could do... yeah, we could do one of these numbers. Actually, depending on how we want to have this set up, I'm pretty sure this would end up working out nicely like so. Just leave this here if I've got my math correct. Not quite. Not quite, friends. But that is 8 of these, which is a little bit more than we would have had before. I think... let's read this again. Prevents contraband being smuggled in through visitation, but is only half as effective at catering to the family need. Visitation booths can be only block contraband if both sides of the booth are blocked up by either a wall or another visitation booth. Alright, so that means we're putting barred walls on these corners, and then also right here. That works. And then so on and so forth. We'll have the prisoners can come in through this side. So if we measure this, this is a, come on, click, please. Thank you. This is a 15 meter. So we want the doorway to be right in the middle. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's nice when stuff matches, right? So that'll go right there. That'll be how the prisoners get in. And then that means the other side of this is going to be cells. And I know I said I wanted to have the barred walls on everything, but if we have this isolated, we're going to have plenty of guards in here. It shouldn't be an issue at all to make that happen. So we'll just go ahead and get this set up like so with the lights, so we can't be accused of darkness maxing or whatever you want to call it, whatever the kids are saying these days. That's going to work out. There's a wall there, so that's fine. There are plenty of illumination. And then in the hallway as well, we'll just get all of this right like so. Plenty of lights. And we'll let them take care of that. So that's going to be our visitor interface area, I guess you could call it. Reception, holding cell, parole, all lined up right here. And then for the actual cells, remember we did research small cells. The lawyer's busy doing all this stuff too, so we'll take care of that later. But the actual cells themselves, we have small cells, which means there is no minimum. It just has to be enclosed, it has to have a bed, and it has to have a toilet. That's it. So you could have a 1x3, you could have a 2x2, it'll all work, instead of just being 2x3. So what I was considering doing is having a hallway kind of like around the outside, again using our planning tools here. But if we had, say, a 2-wide hallway around the outside, and then inside here we had, say, 2x2 cells. So this would be a cell, that would be a cell, that would be a cell, that would be a cell. They would come in from the outside from this ring here, and then they would basically not be separated by anything except barred walls. So we could have blocks as small as this, right, like so. Just for the sake of visualization, we'll fill these in. And then we've got space in the middle for another hallway if we wanted to do it that way. I'm thinking my my math is going to work out for this. If not, then, well, it's fine. It is what it is. So this didn't quite work out. But if we had our 2x2 hallways here, then this would still be viable to do right here. This will be viable to do right here. The object is you want to be able to have the guards get around everything. So this would end up just being completely isolated like so. And that right there is math. That's 24 cells. I think, yeah, I promise I can do math. But that would be... Oh, are they not going to be able to put the wall here? I don't think they are, because they already installed the tables. I guess we'll find out. We'll see what they're able to do or not do. But if we did this for a cell block, we would have plenty of visibility for the guards. We would have to put in, because of the way these are put on, we'd have to have separate shower rooms instead of having the showers in the cells. Maybe not necessarily, but I think fewer things directly in the cells for them to break is probably better. So if we were going to do that, then we could actually have... Oh, you know what? The center of this could be a pretty good shower room. I think that might work out pretty well. But let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or ideas for how you want us to set up our supermax cell block. Remember, we're going to give them amenities, just not in the cells. Because as you might remember, wow, that's a lot of tunnel stuff detected. We're going to have to take care of that next time. But these guys are constantly breaking their shower heads and their toilets and everything, so they get nothing. They get a bed and they get a toilet, and that is it in their cell, and then the common rooms can have something else nice. But this right here, this space, probably would be a decent place to put a big group shower room. But if everything is a barred wall, we would have to have drains over every tile of the floor, or it's going to flood and they're going to get mad. So if you have other ideas, please do let me know. But this is where we're going to leave it for today. We did get a lot of stuff done. A whole lot of stuff done. Plenty more to get to still. Obviously, there's not everything you can do at once, but we have made some good progress. Working our way slowly through the late game here. But I appreciate you being here, Beard Boosters, as well. Continuing to subsidize these long-running series that don't get as many views as the newer videos, or especially the Timberborn videos. But you make it possible to keep doing this, and I'm very, very thankful for you. And even if you're not part of that, I'm glad you're here as well. Hope whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, you have a fun and a safe time. And we'll see you back again soon for more prison, more beavers, and more polar beavers, or penguins, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that's all, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.